On August 31st, 1962, Dr. Eric Eustace Williams became the first Prime Minister of the independent nation of Trinidad and Tobago. Over the past 60 years, the twin island nation has had over a handful of leaders and has survived two major threats to its democracy. But there are a couple of issues that need urgent attention. Cozier Phillip has more in this report.
This feature is powered by the National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago, at the forefront of energy.
On February 26, 1970, the relatively new People's National Movement government faced its first challenge to the democratic process.
The 1970 Black Power uprising, which I think was the first major post-independence social upheaval.
20 years later, on July 27, 1990, Prime Minister, the late Arthur Napoleon Raymond Robinson, would also face a threat to the country's stability by the Jamaat al-Muslimin.
The country survived, going through a very, very difficult period and never having encountered that kind of attack on the state, and surviving over that course of events.
Mr. Robinson also served as president of the Twin Island Nation from March 1997 to March 2003. He was called upon to settle the 1818 tie between the United National Congress and the People's National Movement in the elections of December 10, 2001.
But that period from December 24th, 2001, when Mr. Manning was announced as Prime Minister, following the election of the 10th of December, up to the period of the dissolution around the 28th of August, 2002. That was a very difficult period.
Despite facing these challenges, Professor Ghani believes Trinidad and Tobago's democratic foundation is one that is quite solid, as there have been 6 changes of power in 6 decades. But there's one fundamental issue regarding Tobago which needs to be settled.
Tobago is not seeking secession, it's seeking self-government, and I think that that's where the difference lies. And in granting self-government, I think it's something that requires a certain amount of appreciation of the fact that Tobago does have a separate political history and political dynamic from Trinidad.
Professor Ghani believes as Trinidad and Tobago goes forward for the next 60 years, the electoral process is one where people can have confidence. But the judicial process is an area that needs a tremendous amount of attention and concern at this time. I'm Cozier Phillip for TTT News, and this has been 60 Years of Resilience.
This feature was powered by the National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago, at the forefront of energy.